I don't understand for the life of me why everybody in Canada is so happy about this Pierre Pollievre interview that he did on Joe Rogan. He literally went and sold the country out. He basically told you he is a career-long politician. He is not going to save you. Your Alberta separatists can go pound sand. The country is going to continue in the same direction, and there's nothing you can do about it. Did anybody realize this? Despite the mainstream media having a frenzy, new rebrand, this sounds good, it sounds diplomatic, it sounds like a prime minister in waiting. No, he's liberal light. He's literally liberal light. They should change, everybody knows that he's a king of slogans. They should change the Conservative Party slogan, Canada, we strive for mediocrity, and sometimes we even achieve it. The Conservative Party of Canada. You know, if you were to try and destroy Canada the past 10 years, I think you would have a very hard time trying to find a better way to do so. I'm serious. If you wanted to wreck the country with what they've done, you'd be hard-pressed to do a better job than what they have done. And for those of you that were all excited, the Conservative Convention, Pierre won. He got, 88% of the vote of the base, where they also said, yes, we're going to keep the gender, tranny, pronoun ideology policy. It's not that big a deal. It's just one thing. Yeah, and closing your business down for 2 months during the scamdemic wasn't too big a deal. Just 2 weeks, just to flatten the curve. Idiots. I'm convinced the country is just full of idiots. Closing down your business, just do it for 2 weeks, 2 years later. You know, things they talked about on the podcast. They talked about kettlebells, don't give a shit. Mixed martial arts, interested, but also don't give a shit. The country's falling apart. And good comedy shows to go to. What? You're the Prime Minister of Canada. Well, the Prime Minister in waiting. They just, oh boy, don't say that, Travis. You're going to take it off the internet. They just, they did things in the election that swayed the way things were. They manipulated the outcome, I do believe. The Liberal government has been completely authoritarian the past 10 years. You don't say anything about that. That they froze the bank accounts of the truckers. You're supposed to be this conservative freedom fighter. He was out there on the front lines. No, he wasn't. If he was, Joe Rogan is like the biggest trucker convoy, the trucker supporters, the freedom supporters. There's your platform to go out there and tell the world, yeah, they froze the bank accounts of the truckers. Yeah, they used the Emergencies Act, which was unlawful and unconstitutional. The Liberal Supreme Court of Canada even deemed it was not necessary, unconstitutional. Oh, what was that? Mark Carney just made a last-minute appeal to reverse that decision. I wonder if they're thinking about using it again. Oh yeah, that's right. On his campaign trail, he said, yeah, he will make sure that he's able to use the Emergencies Act. Interesting. Didn't talk about the vaccine mandates that they forced on everybody. You do not deserve to be on a train or a plane, eat at a restaurant. You should be locked in your house if you don't take this experimental vaccine. Didn't say anything about that. He says, in regards to immigration, everybody used to fight over in Europe, and we just get along. Are you high? Everybody gets along. Have you looked at the streets in Toronto? Have you looked at the protests they have in Montreal every single weekend? Have you looked at the protests they have in Vancouver at the art gallery every single weekend? Everybody gets along? Are you retarded? Jesus Christ. The part where he said he's trying to rebrand himself and put himself out there is just like, Bumpty dumpty dumpty doo, I'm a really likable guy. I'm at home, and my wife's speaking Spanish with all of her 16 Latinas. There's all these Latinas, they're so curvy and cute. And I don't know what they're saying. I thought they said I was a jackass, but I don't understand Spanish. And I'm just there cooking. I am so sick and so tired of hearing every effing language on earth except for English and French the past couple of years. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I don't want to hear your language. I want English or French or get the out. Go back to where you came from. You want to keep your language and your culture? Great. Go do it where you came from. Not in Canada. He didn't talk at all about the out-of-control crime, all the carjackings, the home invasions in Toronto, maybe castle law to allow people to get a firearm, to get a gun, to protect themselves when these thugs bust in at 3 a.m. and take advantage of your wife and your kids and traumatize them. Didn't talk about that at all. Have we built any new housing or infrastructure the past 10 years? No, but guess what we're just building in Calgary? A $600 million stadium for more sports. Go sports. How about 30% of the country in Canada works for the government? Didn't talk about that. Healthcare takes you 12 hours to see a doctor. Takes you 4 years to get surgery for anything. The doctors also don't know shit. Most of them are fat, and they're incentivized to give you a prescription for something and put you on some type of pill because they get paid more. I've had multiple doctors be like, hey, do you want to go on some antidepressants? No, I don't want to go on any antidepressants. The amount of teeth pulling I have to do when I go to see my family doctor and say, I want my blood work done. I want to see my testosterone. I want to see my vitamin D. I want to see my cholesterol levels. I want to run a full panel. Why do you want that? Because I want it. Well, I don't know if that's necessary. Can you just do what I'm asking? I want to check something. I'm the patient. I pay taxes that pays your salary. Can we please just do the goddamn blood panel? Like, it is all broken bow, but don't worry. If you want to off yourself with MAID, we can get it done in 24 hours, maybe 48 hours if we're busy. 4 years for surgery, 48 hours to off yourself. By the way, 96% of all MAIDs have been, go figure, white Canadians. Literally, more Canadians have died from MAID the past year than in WW2. Isn't that insane? Didn't talk about that at all. We're like a euthanization state, basically. So he talks about 51st state, President Trump. I wish he would just knock that shit off. We have our culture. We have our culture? What culture? Taking a shit on the pavement outside Tim Hortons and then subsidizing it with them some free hard drugs? That culture? I literally was at a Starbucks yesterday. I ordered a latte, and there's some dude off his rocker going in the bathroom. I'm waiting. All right, I got to go pee. Guy comes out. I go in the bathroom. He just shit all over the freaking floor. Literally like poop, shit all over the floor. This is the culture that we have. Leave our culture alone. You can have it. You can have that culture. We don't have any culture in Canada. Welcome to Canada, BC specifically. We have banned plastic straws, but you can still smoke crack in the same coffee shop cafe that does not do plastic straws. And you can see the province of BC, they're expanding the sales tax, the 7% sales tax, to hit more categories. So basically, they're going to hit everything with sales tax, not just physical items, anything and everything, because the taxes have to go up. As I've said many, many times before, until the government dependency, the social programs, the free shit, the welfare state, and the money printing stop, nothing can change. Did Pierre talk about that? No. We're going to get our resources out of the ground. Okay, so what are you going to do with the family formations? What about the birth rates? Oh, that's right. He wants to bring in, instead of 750,000 immigrants a year that Mark Carney's promising, Pierre wants 250,000. Yay! Isn't that awesome? Yeah! 250,000. No, I want zero.